The Gators will kick off first, and here we go. The returner will field it and bring it back. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Hits inside, it's Pringle. Picks his way ahead, pick up of 3, and gets it to the 20-yard line.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Throwing, Mensah. Makes the grab. On the move at the 30. There he goes. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. And the Canes come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. Fresh center downs going to the air. Caught in the backfield, it's Vaughn. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning turkey bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked, maybe even double-team high-low, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you bum. That's fine. But that's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Quarterback changing the play. Here's Mensah to throw. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Well, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball.
Well, ball security does.
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. Now have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. Quick give. It's Pringle. Inside the 25. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
And how about this offense? What do you think as a defense right now? I'm thinking pass, bringing in guys, making sure I stay deep, playing for the pass, and they run the run right at him. Kind of catch him off guard, get the big yardage, big play, first down for this offense.
Mensah makes the grab. He gets it in. Touchdown, Hurricane. And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing it at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
He stopped at the 23, a couple of yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. his arch to throw. Go to the right side, that's Wilson. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
Not wasting any time. You just watch the opponent go down on their first drive and score a touchdown. So right away, you're aggressive. You're throwing the football on your first play of the game, and you're getting a nice completion. Really nice job.
Sets his feet. It's Manning. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
Just got to finish the play through the wide receiver. You got to look that one in and complete it. It's a bad drop.
They'll need a bunch on second down. From the gun, looking for a man. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up third down.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
They need a huge play on third and long. Manning from the gun on third down. Oh, he wants it all. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Coaches look at this stat every single football game. How do you execute on third down? And a lot of times, man, it's about being in position and making.
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on fourth and long. Going to work in the air, it's Manning. Fires to the right. Hauls it in, the first down and more. They'll knock him down, but he moves the sticks, and the fourth down decision pays off big time.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Here's Manning to throw. Got his man. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Gators.
A big question mark for this offense coming into the year, guys. Who could score touchdowns? Who are going to be their biggest playmakers on offense? This guy scored in the first game. He's off to a great start in this one with that touchdown. This guy looks like the real deal.
And he puts through the extra point. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll send the back in motion. Takes the handoff. It's Lewis. Enough to move the chains. At midfield, he's got room. Flying out to the left. Pass the touchdown, Caves. Rolled into the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up. What an explosive eruption into the end zone by this running back.
And this back does it a lot. He makes big plays. When you can make big plays like this, it makes everybody's job easier. Oh, we can play action. Oh, we can throw it. But it starts with the run game, and this guy's setting everything up.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Here comes the Gators offense, ready to go on the attack. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. Open space at the 25. Here's a little room there.
And I think this is the key in this game, man. These rivalry games, it's about passion, it's about emotion. And coming to this game, we saw him last week, man. He had over 100. Last year in the blowout, he was a non-factor. He's got to be the catalyst in this game. You can't have a repeat of what happened a year ago, where you're throwing the football because you're behind and you got beat down. Got to establish the line of scrimmage.
this. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
Now, a lot of times when you see running backs catch the football, man, they've got a little bit of space to operate. That's great coverage. Being right there when he catches the ball to deliver the hit, to make sure he doesn't secure the catch, elite coverage.
Looking downfield, it's Manning. Under pressure. Intercepted. Guess even a Heisman Trophy contender can have a miscue. He'll try to take it back.
I love defenses that make big plays, that understand what they're trying to get from the offense, understand how to attack it, jump some of these routes, make these interceptions, and then not only that, when you get the football, try to do something with it. Don't slide down. Don't take a knee. Try to bring that thing back to the house. You set your offense up for great field position.
Finds a tight end. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Miami! And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Arch is going to throw for it. Going long. Can't hold on in the face of the contact.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Drops back. It's Manning. Throws to the tight end. Pulls it in. It's Thurman. Gets the ball up to the 50-yard line, and it'll be first down.
Gain of 28. And that's good enough for a first down.
We've reached a break, and Miami is holding on to the lead. Let's take a look at the numbers, and they have jumped out to an impressive start. Now, the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. So first down here as they go back to work. Gives it to the back on the draw. They'll give him 4 on the pickup. It's 2nd and 6. The Gators in the hurry up.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
To throw, Manning. Gonna take a shot. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. The Canes offense comes onto the field looking to put together a drive. They've been nothing short of spectacular so far. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, and they'll try to make it 4 for 4. Makes the stop at the 33, but it's a 15-yard gain. Just moving those chains the way Frank Gore did back in the day.
Frank Gore, Willis McGahee, Edgerrin James, so many elite backs in Miami history. Finding that guy that you can give the ball to that's reliable, important part of the Canes tradition.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, this defense knew they had a tall task playing against this Heisman-caliber quarterback, and the best way to affect him is with pressure. They were able to hit him on that play, and that forced the incompletion.
so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed, look at the elusiveness, get into the end zone. Nice run.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
And I'm kind of surprised by this performance, man. The QB last week, you could tell, dude, he was in rhythm. He was good timing. You could tell the chemistry with the receivers were good. And today, everything just looks off. And it looks hard. It looks difficult. They got to find a way to get back in the rhythm they were in last week.
Throwing Manning. Looking to the big tight end. Out wide right, it's Thurman. They get him out of bounds, couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling.
You never want to say it's over early. I mean, we're here early in the game, but considering what the scoreboard is saying, they absolutely had to have that play for them to stay in this football game. And sometimes it just takes one great throw and one great catch to wake you up. They need to score a touchdown on this drive. They need to score another touchdown on their next drive, but maybe that's the play that turns things around for them.
And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. And the Gators racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He was in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double-team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The Gators have this offense rolling. Manning fires to the wideout. Wilson open on the right side. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. Out of the gun to give to the back. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Back to throw, it's Manning. Lets it go to the end zone. And he can't quite make the connection as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
And you knew he was going to take a step back because you can't throw the ball for over 80% in a season. Like, that's ridiculous. Last week he was on fire, but this week, man, he's freezing cold. And he's got to find something to get this offense going. But right now, just off target. Somebody needs to step up, make a play, and maybe get a spark for this offense.
Manning lines up in the gun on third down. A little release to the back. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on third down. Perhaps emboldened by converting a fourth down earlier in the game, they'll try a second time. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move them back. Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. They want to run this quarterback. Got enough space. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Florida.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball, but man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
14.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Oh, he's got some space. He's at the 50. And he's finally stopped. A huge pickup on the play, and what a way to carry things into the 2-minute timeout. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. He's changing the play. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Pressure affects quarterbacks, and this guy's one of the best in the nation. I don't care how talented you are, but if you're being hit, you're not going to throw completions.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. A 3-yard gain there. It'll be 3rd and 7.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs, so it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going, but moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
Darian Mensah from the gun on 3rd down. Got his man downfield. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Canes!
Man, this offense has started the season off so good. 1-0 a week ago, right? Now building on it again. Great job putting points on the board. It's still the first half, but this unit looks dialed in.
And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Here's Arch to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
Long way to go on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Manning. He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. So after that safety, they'll kick it away from their own 20. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Throwing, Mensah. Right side, it's Lewis. Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming. And the Hurricanes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Finds his man. It's Jacobs. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. The analytics nerds will tell you that a 4-yard pickup on 1st down is a successful play. Let's see what they have on 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs going up top. Makes a connection. He's down to the 38-yard line, and they can stop the clock. So Miami signals for a timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The Hurricanes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Here's Mensah to throw. They're working that left side. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Behind his man down the middle. Clock still running, almost certainly the last play of the half. Darian Mensah from the gun on 3rd down. Throws toward the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. The play in the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20 on a touchback. As the Gators head for the locker room by the watchful eye of that full Gator head, let's check in with Kevin Connors at the half.
Fellas, welcome in to our EA Sports Studios here in Orlando, the Week 2 edition of our College Football Update Show. Let's kick things off with Jacksonville State taking on the number 17 team, the UAB Blazers. And it's Jacksonville State looking for a second win after the opening week loss. So far, so good. They lead this one in the first half. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside, Mac.
Here's Manning to throw. Stepping to the right. And he'll just get rid of that one.
Can't rest on your laurels as a quarterback. We know how much success he had last game when he completed over 70% of his throws. This game, though, he's just a little bit off. At times he looks like he's pressing. He hasn't been overly accurate. That's a reason why he's completing somewhere around 50% of his passes.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Dropping back, it's Manning. He's going for the big play. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Guys, this offense is already reeling down. Multiple possessions, really need to cash in on this drive. Manning tries to pick it up on 3rd down. Throwing right. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
And that's a big shot. That's a big incompletion. But this offense has to continue to do more of that. When you're trailing and you've got to make plays, they got to find creative ways to push this ball down the field and get this offense in a flow.
Guys, look at this. I'm surprised. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th down. Manning to the air again. And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes.
And listen, obviously, at this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on 4th down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on offense that he feels can make a play in that type of situation, and he's got confidence in him. That time they weren't able to come up with it. I'm curious to see what this guy does if they're in a similar situation as this game moves on.
And it's been fun to watch them feature this guy. Like, they understand they can run the football. They understand how good he is, and just they've owned the line of scrimmage. They've sprinkled in some pass. Like, this offense has done a really good job staying balanced, but featuring one of their better players.
Mensah looking for the score. Just about picked off in the end zone, and that would have put a stop to this scoring threat. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
And the defense finally steps up, man. They've had a tough day down here near the goal line defending the pass. Like, he's already thrown 3 touchdown passes. Nice job on this play. Nice.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
You know, I wonder if the offensive coordinator is wishing he would have tried running the football a couple plays ago because the windows are so small to throw into down here. You've had an incompletion. You've now given up a sack. It's going to make this third down really tricky.
And how big is that earlier sack now as they try to get it in the end zone here? Looking for the touchdown on 3rd and goal. He'll be stopped right there. They threw it short of the goal line, and now they've got some ground to cover on 4th down.
And I like when offenses understand, man, when I get down here in this part of the field really shrinks in the red zone. Get the ball to your playmaker, and sometimes he'll make things happen. And he did there. Got a nice gain, didn't get in the end zone. Now your decision. What do you want to do on 4th down?
They'll move the wide receiver. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Looking to the end zone. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. And that decision will be questioned for a while.
That just could not have gone any worse for the offense, guys. Not only are you dropping the ball on 4th down, you dropped a touchdown. That should be 6 on the board. You need players to step up and make plays in those types of situations. That's the kind of play that could lose you this game.
Trying to burn this defensive back. Incomplete. He had it right in his hands for the pick, and I believe he might have been thinking about those big plays he's known for. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the air. It's Manning. Out wide left, it's Mays. He steps out of bounds at the 16, but now they have some room to operate.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
And I've seen some crazy things with wide receivers. Like, they want the football. They call for it just like he does here. He wants the football. But, man, you've got to make plays. And if you're going to be loud and you're going to be that guy, when the ball comes your way, you got to make plays on it. And he doesn't do it there.
Arch Madness. On the move. Rolling right and going deep. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
And I thought the game plan has been so good by this defense, man. They know exactly who his go-to guy is out wide, and they're doing a great job of mixing up coverage, taking that away. Listen, this QB doesn't have to go to him, and that's why I think you look next. Who's your next best playmaker that can make something happen for you? Maybe go find him, because they're locked in on that star out wide.
And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. The pick 6, he takes it in. Touchdown, Miami. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to...
He'll take the deep shot. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on 1st down.
I love that play call by the offensive coordinator. Your quarterback just threw a pick 6. You want to pick him right back up, right? So don't handcuff him. On the very first play of the next drive, let him throw the football to try to reestablish a rhythm and reestablish some confidence. Obviously, that one falls incomplete, but they need to get this guy back into a rhythm. The only way you do that is by throwing the ball.
And almost another interception for this defense. They've been picking him off like crazy. They shut down this passing attack, creating so many big plays. This defense is dialed in.
They're getting to the line quickly and staying out there on 4th down. 4th down, Manning. He tries to take the top off. Can't hook up on the long throw, and 4th down goes by the boards for this offense.
That's a gutsy call. And I know the analytics world says to go for it more often, but when you're in your own territory and now you turn the football over to the other team, points are so much easier to get. Obviously, I know, Jesse, it didn't take a color commentator to figure that out.
They'll get him on the ground, but he takes it all the way down to the 10.
Well, a big reason why they're up on the scoreboard is because of how successful this guy's been running the football. And in this position, at this time in the game, with the lead, you want to keep doing that. You want to ice the game. This guy's getting better as the game goes on, so keep handing him the football.
This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Throwing, Mensah. They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
These third downs are so critical in deciding the outcomes of football games, especially when you start to get closer to the end zone. You drill it, you practice it. This offense needs to be dialed in, needs to be in rhythm, and needs to execute on this third down.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Trying to get the corner. He'll try to get to the marker himself. Touchdown, Hurricane! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from this offense. Look, last week you found a way to win a close game. That's what you're supposed to do. But this offense looks like they're taking it to the next level, hitting their stride a little bit, finding out who they're going to be, and they've looked explosive today.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Arch is going to throw for it. Escapes the pressure to his right. The defense sort of herds this quarterback out of bounds short of the line of scrimmage, and he'll take the loss.
I know this defense feels like they missed some opportunities. Yeah, they had 2 sacks their last game out, but they feel like they left a bunch more out on the field, and they wanted to try to get to the quarterback in this game. That was finally the first time they registered a sack so far here. Curious to see how this pass rush looks the rest of the way.
Back to pass, it's Manning. He's going for a big play downfield. He's got it way down the field. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43. Wants to throw one first. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Swatted away and broken up. A great play there by the DB.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
Out wide right, it's Montgomery. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida! That had touchdown written all over it from the moment he caught the ball. Big play, big run for the score.
Yeah, they had touchdown written all over because nobody was covering him. It'd be a good idea to get a hand on him. You know, listen, I know you guys got some speed, and maybe you give him a cushion and give him some space, but that was a little aggressive on the space department there.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. He'll be stopped, but good work there to get the ball out to the 37. They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
And that's where quarterbacks, they got to be very assertive. They got to believe what they see and really pull the trigger. But the longer they wait and they get off rhythm or off timing, a lot of times it ends up in incomplete passes.
2nd and long here. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Looking for space. It's Lewis.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. The fake wants to throw. And the heat was all over him, and that's the way the 3rd quarter will wrap up with a big sack. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. And the Canes will bring the punt team onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Fair catch is signaled for and made. They'll mark it at the 12, and they'll start in a bit of a hole. Here comes the Gators offense, ready to go on the attack. When the defense got the stop, they could have used a few more of those earlier. Still a big deficit here late. To throw, Manning. Oh, pressure's coming. Going deep. Goes high to pull it in. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down. The Gators are in the hurry-up. They'll go back to the ground. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Moving the pocket. It's Manning. Moving out to the right. He's going to take off. He gets it across the 40 and out of bounds at the 38. And the Gators come to the line with a new set of downs.
Well, you just get the feeling, too, that if they're going to claw their way back in this game, his legs are going to have to be a factor. What a great job scrambling that time. Nothing open. He didn't panic. He saw some green grass. He was able to get...
Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passion, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Motion from the wide receiver. Here's Mensah to throw. Snagged in the middle. It's Vaughn.
Well, it's a nice job by the defender. They're closing the gap with the wide receiver. They're going to complete the hitch pass, but he's able to run right up on him, get him to the ground for a minimal gain.
The Canes can really attack on this 2nd and short. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Pringle. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Quarterback keeps it. He's past the sticks. Turning it on. At the 20. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Canes! They'll try to tack one more on their score. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finished it off on the ground with a 58-yarder for 6. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Gators sending the offense back to work. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
They'll need a bunch on second down. Throwing Manning. Escapes the pressure going right. Throwing on the run. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down. The third down's coming up.
Hey, guys, I'm trying to find a way to be up here and be positive, and I guess here's how I'm going to be positive. At least the other team didn't catch it, because he's thrown it to the other team a lot today. It's been a struggle in the passing game. I'm not sure, guys, if it's not decision time, to go to the other guy to see what he can do, because this passing attack has not been.
You pretty much have to keep the offense on the field, and they'll get right to the line of scrimmage. Manning to throw for it on fourth. Right down the middle. Knocked down, but he's got enough to move the chains and convert that fourth down. The Gators moving quickly to the line.
Hey, I got to be honest. I don't know if the defense was expecting that type of throw on fourth down. It looked like they were all huddled close to the line of scrimmage, looking for something in the quick game, but instead the quarterback takes a shot vertically down the field, catch the defense off guard.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. They'll take the penalty and move them back. After that false start, the whole approach changes now on 2nd and 10. Manning. Looking to take a shot. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business. And, Jesse, there's a huge mountain to climb here, but you might as well start with a chunk play.
Well, you got to start somewhere, Reese. It's been tough going for this offense all game long. They find themselves in a hole, but I love the aggressive nature. Keep taking shots. Keep trying to claw your way back into this one.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And the defense is good with that. Get pressure on the quarterback. Get him outside the pocket. You know it's a passing situation. Play half the field now. This defense is in a good spot, and you can tell they're ready to rush this quarterback.
Back to throw, it's Manning. Fires to the wideout. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. Keeping his eyes downfield. Throws to the wideout. And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Got the first down. Running wide open down the gut of the field. The tag. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
David, this guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience. And with that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps coming. They keep feeding him, and he keeps breaking tackles. He keeps making big plays. This defense has had absolutely no answer for that stuff.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. From the gun, it's Montgomery. Plows through the defense. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down and make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go fast.
Throws for the tight end. That's reeled in. It's Thurman. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line.
And that's good enough for a first down.
Here's Arch to throw. Left side is Thurman. He's down right there, short gain on the grab. The Gators want to pick up the tempo. Back to pass, it's Manning. He'll take a shot. Throw to the end zone, picked off. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation.
And a running game can be really hard to stop when you got so many guys that can do some damage, and this defense is taking some licks. This QB's made them look silly a couple of times, but they're starting to adjust. Gotta like that play right there, getting to him and getting him on the ground.
The running back has it. And a short run there, and that'll end it. It's really easy to get caught up in the emotion of a rivalry game. We did, and certainly this was a huge win.
Yeah, and you started, you circled it, you were ready for this team. This is the rivalry you put a lot of stock in all off season. You're talking about this game in particular. You go out and get the dub. It's a relief because you definitely want